So do you also wish to create training plans for new trainees using an AI automatically? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we are going to understand how to automate AI-based personalized employee training plans. So as an HR manager, I need to create training plans for all the new trainees. So now here my objective is that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets, that means new candidate details in my Google Sheets, then automatically OpenAI should use the details and generate the training plan for that candidate, and after that automatically the plan generated should be added as a new document in my Google Docs. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Sheets with OpenAI and Google Docs using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to automate the creation of personalized training plans using AI. This will help you save time, offer tailored learning experience to your employees, and boost overall performance. Alright, so as you all know that as an HR manager, I often struggle to create personalized training plans for each employee based on their role, skill level, and goals. So now doing this manually takes a lot of time and can be inconsistent. So by automating AI-based training plans, I can instantly generate tailored learning paths for each team member. The AI looks at their current skills, job role, and performance data to suggest relevant courses or resources. So this saves me hours of work, keep employees engaged with content that actually matters to them, and helps improve overall performance across the company. Alright, so here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Google Sheets with OpenAI, Google Docs, and Google Drive, so that whenever I'm going to add a new candidate detail in my Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI is going to generate the training plan for that candidate, and after that automatically that plan is going to be saved in our Google Docs in this format with the candidate name and the job role, and after that automatically that document is going to be converted as PDF and is going to be stored in our Google Drive under this specific folder so that our team can access the plan very easily. Alright, so now firstly here in this video we are going to see the working of this amazing automation that I've already built by simply adding a new candidate detail in my Google Sheets. Alright, so here I'm going to add the new candidate detail. And here you can see I've successfully added the employee details over here. And now here let's go and check our Google Drive folder to see whether the training plan is being saved over there or not. So this is our Google Drive folder, and here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully received a PDF formatted training plan for that particular candidate with the name Rahul Mehta and the job role as account executive. And here you can see the entire plan generated by OpenAI in the PDF format. Alright, so with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation. And now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this entire automation by simply connecting your Google Sheets with your OpenAI account, Google Docs, and Google Drive using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here to access the Pabbly Connect, you have to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers. And then it will navigate you to the landing page of Pabbly Connect. So here on my screen you can see Pabbly Connect's home page, and here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 hours every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as automate AI-based personalized employee training plans. And now here after giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automation. So you can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this, that means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's make the automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets, as I am adding new candidate details in my Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet program that allows you to create, edit and share spreadsheets online. So here in my Google Sheets trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. So that when I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Alright, so now after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So I'm following the instructions given below. Firstly, I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And now here let me take you back to my Google Sheets. So here you can see I've already created a sheet with the name new candidates. And here you can see the table that I have created. So now here I need to connect this Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect in order to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. So now here before moving forward with the connection, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add my candidate detail over here in the first row of this Google Sheet. Alright, so here I'm going to add the details. Alright, so now here after adding the data over here in my Google Sheets, let's move forward with the connection. So now here to build this connection, what we need to do is that we need to install an add-on in our Google Sheets account. So here to install that add-on, you have to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select add-ons. Now here in add-ons, you need to select get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for your add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Alright, so then you need to install this add-on in your Google Sheets in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Alright, so here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So moving back, and once you're going to install this add-on, you have to follow exactly the same steps. So now after installing this add-on, you have to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. Alright, so now after refreshing your Google Sheets, you need to click on this extensions, and then you'll be able to see your option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. So from here you need to select initial setup. And now here on initial setup, you can see it is asking me to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here for the webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. And then here is asking me to enter the trigger column. So it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my Google Sheets, you can see my last data column is column F. So here for the trigger column, I'm going to enter my column as column F, and then I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets. So now after setting up this connection, what we are going to do is that we are going to test this connection by simply clicking on the send test button given over here. So by clicking on this, you can see it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the test data to our webhook URL. That means to our Pabbly's workflow. So now let's go and check it. But here before moving back to Pabbly's workflow, you need to perform another very important step in order to completely connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So for that, you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And now here under this Pabbly Connect Webhooks, you have to turn on the send on event. So by turning it on, automatically whenever you're going to add a new detail in your Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Alright, so now let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. Alright, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the trigger column. Here you can see the training goals. Here you can see the spreadsheet name ID, sheet name, sheet ID, index, preferred learning style, job role, employee name, department, and the current skill level. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up a trigger over here. So once we have received the new candidate details through our Google Sheets, then automatically I want to give these details to OpenAI to generate the relevant training plan for this particular candidate. So for that, I need to connect my OpenAI with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. So OpenAI is a company that develops advanced AI tools and models like ChatGPT. People use OpenAI to create content, write code, answer questions, and even generate creative ideas. So here in my OpenAI action step, I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT, so that using this particular model, OpenAI should generate the training plans for my candidates. Alright, so now here to connect my OpenAI with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection is asking me to enter the API token. So I'm following the instructions given below. Here I've already logged in my OpenAI account, and from here I'm going to access the API keys given the left side bar. And here under API keys you can see all the API keys generated over here. So here I'm going to generate a new key by clicking on this create new secret key button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create new secret key, I'm going to give a name to my key such as training plan, and then I'm going to select my project as default project, and then I'm going to click on this create secret key. So this is the API key generated, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the API token. Now here after entering the API token, I'm going to click on the save given over here. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So now moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the AI model. So here for this AI model, I'm going to click on this drop down menu, and here you can see all the AI models available. So here you can select the AI model as per your need, but here I'm going to select my AI model as GPT-4 because I want to use this particular AI model to generate the training plans for my candidates. Alright, so now after selecting the AI model, it is asking me to enter the prompt. So here in this prompt field, I need to enter the relevant prompt that I want to give to AI to generate the relevant training plans for my candidate. Alright, so I'm going to add the prompt. And here you can see I have successfully added a relevant prompt over here where I've added some instructions to generate the training plan, and also I've added some details such as name, department, role, current skill level, training goals and preferred learning style. So now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step or my previous steps. So mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever we are going to receive new details through our Google Sheets, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So for the name, I'm going to map my candidate's name over here, and here I'm going to map the department. Here I'm going to map the role. Here I'm going to map the current skill level. Here I'm going to map the training goals. And lastly, here I'm going to map the preferred learning style. And with this, we have successfully completed our prompt over here. So now after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have successfully received the generated plan for that particular candidate based on the specific job role. Alright, so this is the entire training plan generated by OpenAI, and with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now after generating the training plan through OpenAI, then automatically I want to add that plan in my Google Docs first. So for that I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action application as Google Docs. So Google Docs is an online word processor that lets you create, edit and share documents from any device with internet access. So in my Google Docs action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a blank document, because here to add the training plan, firstly I need to create a blank document in my Google Docs. Alright, so now here to connect my Google Docs with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again, here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this add new connection. If your Google Docs account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to enter the document name. So here I want the document name should be of the candidate name and the job role of that candidate. So now again here instead of entering the name manually, here I'm going to map the data. So here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received from my Google Sheets trigger response. Alright, so here I'm going to map the employee name first, and then I'm going to add a space, and then I'm going to map the job role over here. Alright, so now after adding the document name, I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a blank document in our Google Docs account. Alright, so now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully created a blank document over here with the name Anjali Verma HR Journalist. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now after creating a blank document, automatically I want to add the training plan generated by OpenAI in the previous action step to this Google Doc. So for that I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step, again I'm going to select my action application as Google Docs, and this time I'm going to select my action event as append a paragraph to a document. So by using this particular action event, I'm going to add the training plan in this particular document created in my previous action step. Alright, so again to build this connection, I'm going to click on this connect, and this time to build this connection, I'm going to click on the select existing connection because I've already connected my Google Docs account with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step. Alright, so here I've selected the existing connection, and then I'm going to click on this save, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to enter the document. So it says choose or map your document from here. So here you can select the document by clicking on this drop down menu as well, but here instead of selecting the document from this drop down menu, I'm going to map this document ID over here. So for that I'm going to turn on this map button, and then I'm going to remove this previously existing document ID, and then I'm going to refresh the fields, and now after refreshing the fields, I'm going to map the document ID over here. So I'm going to search for the document ID. So this is the document ID, and now after mapping the document ID, it is asking me to enter the inserted text. So in this inserted text field, I need to enter the text that I want to add in this particular document. So I'm going to map the training plan generated by OpenAI over here. So this is the training plan, and now here after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the document ID. That means we have successfully added the details in our Google Docs. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully added the training plan generated by OpenAI in this Google Docs given over here. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now after adding the training plan in this Google Doc, what I want is that I want to make this file shareable to anyone with the link, and also I want to convert this document into a PDF format. So here you can see that currently this file is private to only me. So I'm going to make this file shareable to anyone with the link, and for that I'm going to add another action step over here. And here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Google Drive. So Google Drive is a cloud storage service where you can store your files and access them from any device. So here in my Google Drive action step, I'm going to select my action event as share a file with anyone. So by selecting this particular action event, I'm going to make this file shareable to anyone with the link, and also I'm going to generate a PDF link for this particular file. Alright, so now here to connect my Google Drive with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Drive account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build this connection, and now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on the sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then again it is asking me for the file ID. So again, instead of selecting this file ID from this drop down menu, I'm going to map this file ID. So for that I'm going to turn on this map button, and then I'm going to remove this file ID, and then I'm going to refresh the fields. And then again here I'm going to map this file ID from the response that I've received in my previous Google Docs action step. So this is the document ID. And now after entering the document ID, I'm going to click on this save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received some links such as web view link of the file. Here you can see the RTF, here you can see the HTML and the PDF link of this particular file, also the markdown, application zip and some other links as well. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now here you can see in our Google Docs, this file has been made as shareable to anyone with the link. And also we have received a PDF link for this particular file. Alright, so now after getting the PDF link of this particular file, what I want is that I want to upload that file in a PDF format in my Google Drive under this specific folder that I've created with the name training plans. So for that I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action application again as Google Drive. So now here in this action step I'm going to select my action event as upload a file, so that automatically that PDF file is going to be uploaded in my Google Drive under that specific folder. Alright, so again to build this connection I'm going to click on this connect, and this time to build this connection I'm going to click on this select existing connection because I've already connected my Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect in my previous action step. Alright, so here I've selected the existing connection, and then I'm going to click on this save, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then it is asking me to enter the URL. So it says enter the public file URL to be uploaded here. Supported file formats are listed below. So in this URL field I need to enter the public file URL of that particular file. So I'm going to map the PDF file URL over here. So this is the PDF URL. And now after entering the URL, it is asking me to enter the folder ID. So it says enter the folder ID. Here you can get the ID from the Google Drive folder URL. Alright, so here to get this folder ID, let me take you back to my Google Drive account, and here in the path URL you can see the folder ID. So this is the folder ID, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the folder ID. Now after entering the folder ID, it is asking me to enter the file name. So again here for the file name, I'm going to map this file name over here as the employee name and the job role. So this is the employee name over here, and then I'm going to enter the space, and then I'm going to map the job role. Alright, so with this we have successfully added all the required details over here, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully uploaded a PDF file of training plan in our Google Drive under that specific folder. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully uploaded a PDF over here. And here you can see the name of the file, that is Anjali Verma, HR Generalist. And here you can see entire training plan generated by OpenAI. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up an entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Google Sheets and our action as OpenAI, Google Docs twice and Google Drive twice, so that whenever we are going to add a new candidate details in our Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, and after that automatically that details are going to be shared with OpenAI, and then OpenAI is going to generate the training plan for that particular candidate and the job role. And after creating the training plan, automatically a new blank document is going to be created in our Google Docs account, and after that automatically the training plan generated by OpenAI is going to be added in that particular document, and after that automatically that file is going to be made shareable to anyone with the link, and also we are going to receive a PDF link of that file, and after generating the PDF link, automatically that PDF is going to be uploaded in our Google Drive under a specific folder. Alright, so these were the steps to how to automate AI based personalized employee training plans. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.